Hi, everyone. Good to see y'all. Wow. Everybody jumped in there nice and early. Uh, Good to see you, Gary. I want to say thank you to Gary because he is always on the ball. Always on the ball. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. I know it's been a few weeks. There's been a few things going on. But I'm back. I'm here. And tonight we have a guest coming in. He's not here yet, but I told him between 7:30, 7:45, so no rush. We can chat for a bit. We have Logan SCHOESSOW of the Bigfoot live stream project, and he has a YouTube channel featuring video and stills from the app. Now, if you go into your app store and type in the Bigfoot live stream project, it'll come up. He has cameras set up, and these are not cheapo Walmart game cameras. These are multiple thousands of dollars each cameras that he has set up on private properties. Let's see, he has some up in Canada, I think. Yeah, some up in Canada. And he has some right here in Pennsylvania, northwest Pennsylvania, in our research area. Myself, there's Bigfoot New York Todd, JR from Seeking Ontario's Bigfoot, Dave Wargo, and another teammate who wants to keep his name private from the Western Pennsylvania area. And yeah, if you just take a look at his YouTube channel, it's fantastic stuff. I remember whenever he first set it up here, in our research area, the homeowner had alerted myself and a few other of our team about that she saw something. And so she sent me a screenshot, and lo and behold, in fact, I think I did show it on here last year whenever I last had Logan on. And and I know I won't be able to find it. It's buried here in my computer somewhere. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, guys, I know. But if you go back to my other show with Logan, I have it on there along with a bunch of other photos. And it's just fantastic. I'm not a technical person. You guys hopefully realize that. Hey, guys. And the picture is amazing, for night vision as well as thermal. And it reaches out into the woods even, picking up small patches of hot, a heat signature from way back in the forest. And it shows up. I think, doggone, I'm sorry that I'm stumbling around here. Uh, it reaches back, I think, about 150 yards, which is amazing. And it's just fantastic what it picks up. Yeah, new thermal glasses are cool. Yeah. Oh, I'll have to look those up. Yeah, there's, I know last night up here, in our research area, I call it, we're a team. Like I said, there's Bigfoot New York Todd, JR from Canada, and Dave, and the other local researcher, as well as Logan. He's part of the team now also. And we I know we were chatting on Messenger last night, and there was some bangs on the wall. There was something possibly crawling around. Couldn't quite see anything, and then there were some orbs going through the trees. Just in the video that he had of the orbs, he may have that up on his up on the YouTube channel by now. I'm not certain, but just those orbs. We were trying to debunk them and trying to figure out, okay, is it possible they were vehicles going down the road? No, not in that direction and too high up. And they were going too fast. Plus they were kind of bouncing around and going. They were like two single headlights, but they were not together like a vehicle would be. And wasn't an airplane, was not a helicopter. It's just weird. We've yet to figure out what those orbs were, if we do, if we are able to figure them out. Otherwise, my friend Brian Seach, he calls them light anomalies. And so I guess for right now, that's what they shall be, is light anomalies, until we identify what they are. Who all in here has seen orbs? Patty, I know you said that you've never seen them. Todd, I know definitely you have, and I've seen them up at your other research area. I've seen orbs before that also in other areas. It's 3. Tracy. Hey, yins, guys. Yep. Okay, Corky talks to his orbs and they listen to him. Cool. Interesting. Well, yeah, the orbs last night, we could, they were on the camera. And I don't think Logan didn't catch them until, later on. But interesting. I think I do remember hearing about Corky talking to the orbs and them listening to them. It's interesting. Corky has such an amazing research area. Amazing. Okay, Logan is not on yet. Let me check my phone. Yeah, he may be mixed up as to what's Logan's YouTube channel. It's called the Bigfoot Live Stream Project. And live and stream are separate words, like I have in the title, the video title, Bigfoot Live Stream Project. Yeah, so get over there and subscribe, to his channel. Fantastic research. The app that he has, it's it's for both Apple and for the other one. So you can add it onto your phone and subscribe to it. I think it's $4.99 a month to subscribe to the app where you can watch the videos live. And there's a report thing on there also, so that if you happen to spot anything on any of the live stream cameras, on the app, you can report it immediately, which is great, because you never know what you're going to spot. And like I said, he has cameras set up up in Canada. I think over in Western Canada, and here in Northwest Pennsylvania. I remember him mentioning that he was going to set up cameras elsewhere. I don't know if he has as of yet. Which reminds me, he has 2 sites here in Western Pennsylvania. One is a remote area, remote property. It's private property. And then the other one is a private property. There's people that live on this property. And they get regular Bigfoot visitations and activity. And so the cameras are there to hopefully catch something. And they have caught a few little things here and there. The best photo that they caught from this property was at the beginning, whenever they first set up the cameras, where it caught the typical, the classic Bigfoot shape, where it was going through the woods. And from what I recall, she and I, the homeowner, she and I were watching the videos the one night. We were watching the live stream. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And we saw some deer. They walked in the frame and they were feeding, and then all of a sudden the buck looked up and they all ran off. And then behind them walked the Bigfoot shape. And, I took a screenshot and I zoomed in on it, and I said, holy crap. If that's not a Bigfoot, that's a really good imitation, but it was a good one. Hey, Jeff, no, we don't have a chat shortage, that's for sure. Yeah, I wonder if Logan, because I told him 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and he lives in Central Standard Time. And I think they're in Central, I think it's 6:45 or 6:45 there. It's an hour behind. I'll send him a message. Sorry, talk amongst yourself, guys. Hey, Robin, good to see you. Okay, I'm sending Logan a text message. Oh, that's right. I forgot. There's yeah, I read about that. There's internet and phone outages. I guess Verizon. Okay, you're having issues there in Maryland also. Yeah, we have T-Mobile here. So no problem. Everything's fine. Yeah, I think he got the time mixed up. Yeah, that's why I kept telling him 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, EST. That's all right. Hey, plenty for us, plenty of you guys here, and we're doing fine. He'll be on in a minute or so. Yeah, I know those dang time zones. Yep, those dang time zones. You see these Christmas things around, the frame. I thought I removed those, but I guess I didn't. Oh well, that's all right. Okay, Jeff, you're. Oh, thank you, Patty. Okay, Tracy, hold on. Let me get up to your comment. You finally listened to Martin Grove's experience. Yeah, he had quite an experience there in Land Between the Lakes. Yeah, I was finally able to meet him. When was it? 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago at Land Between the Lakes. I went there on a camp out with about 100 and some friends, and he was there along with a lot of good people. Just a lot of good people. Yeah, Martin is cool. He's a good guy. Oh, Jeff, you may have bear stew. Oh, that's right, Gary. Yeah, that was the meet and freeze. Yeah, we it was so cold. We nicknamed, instead of meet and greet, it was the meet and freeze because it was freezing. Um, I know the one night I went down to 17, and it was cold. The year after really wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad sleeping. Still cold, but not bad. Yeah, Todd. One of these days you're going to have to come along, get in there. Patty Too Many Dogmen and LBL. The area that we camp in, there's just Bigfoot there. But we do go into Dogman territory. Robin, I hope so. I don't know when it is. I'd like to. I really want to. I just don't have dates yet. Right now I'm only going to do a few shows this year. I'm hoping that I will be able to do some of the festivals. Really hoping, because I need the money, number one. But as long as there's not a scheduling conflict. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Robin and Gary. Appreciate it. I will mark that on my calendar. Hey, Tom Cornell, welcome. Yep, you have the grass man there. Yep. I've had a few encounters with the grass man. Okay, here we go. All right, guys, hold on to your hats. We got Logan.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Sorry about that.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, I get mixed up. Yeah, that's why I put it in. I put the time down as Eastern Standard Time, because I'm never sure. Okay, is your time Central Standard Time like the hour before or hour after? I can never remember. So that's why I always put down Eastern Standard Time.
Got it. Yeah, I just read it and I was like, oh, it's 7:30, but yep. Wires crossed.
Yeah, hey, that's all right. No problem. That we had got a pretty good crowd in here, and having pretty good conversation. There's campouts coming up down in Lane Between the Lakes, and hoping I'll be able to make it. There's no date set for it yet, so really hoping. So have you gone to Lane Between the Lakes yet?
I have not. I know a few folks that have, so it would be cool to get over there, but yeah. It's on the list.
Yes, definitely you should go. Yep. And we'll drag Todd down there also. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's Todd. He says, you look good with candy canes.
Yeah, for sure.
I wasn't able to get my Christmas decor off of here yet.
It's always good to keep it through January anyway, right?
Yep. So what's going on? Anything new with the Bigfoot live stream project?
Yeah, we seem to be having lots of activity still. As far as the Pennsylvania site, as far as the project goes, I'm actively coding feature enhancements and trying to get all that finished here, hopefully within the next month. So I'm trying to get some event management and just stuff as far as not just doing the live stream and doing bi-hourly reviews, but actual show you the blips and the hits and stuff, and put it into events that you can watch. They might be a little bit longer than like a standard event management kind of front door camera because there's a lot more to it. But yeah, I'm working on that, and then some other just user requests and enhancements and things of that nature. Still looking for fresh sites. Still doing that. I'm supposed to go out. It's either going to be end of April or 1st of May. I'm going to go out with Survivor Man and set up a system with him.
Oh,
I'm hoping it's going to be more long term, but we haven't fully sorted out all the details. But it's pretty much a go. So I built a system for him, and I'm kind of using it as a lab here to do some fine tuning for other things. So pretty excited about that.
that's cool. Very cool. Can't wait to see that on the app.
Yeah, so should have probably 3 to 4 camera, 3 more streams, 3 4 streams there. I did go out into Radium in British Columbia and winterize the 2 streams that are up there. The problem with Radium is no one's actually been out there in the winter. So there's this mountain that basically is northeast of where the base camp is. So in British Columbia, wintertime, the sun only gets so far up in the sky. So it goes over that mountain for like, right now, it's like an hour a day. So I'm getting like very little sun. So I was getting like 4 or 5 hours a day. And now I'm just waiting for the sun to come out again. So it's that one, when the winter starts fading here, it'll be back up and going. But yeah, so that one is a challenge for sure. It's like right smack in the middle of a mountain range, and I put up like a custom, and then a few folks like Adam and Bill went out with me, and another guy named Craig, and they kind of helped me. I went to the hardware store and built these basically freestanding racks for these solar panels to where they will be vertical, and so they wouldn't get snow load on them. And I bought 4 new winterized Canadian batteries and did a whole bunch of stuff and put a bunch of thermal stuff in, and I still need the sun. So so anyway, that mountain's killing me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that, and you're just not getting enough sun to charge the solar batteries.
Yeah,
This camera's running.
If I could get a little bit more sun out, it'd be okay. But I'll just have to wait another month or so. But it is what it is.
Yeah, you got to deal with the conditions of the area.
Yeah, but I wanted to at least get it to where I could see it through January, and I at least did that because no one's actually seen that area in December. So I at least got a good view of it in December and the snow load and everything else. So I at least know what to expect. And one of the streams that looks like something pushed, and I don't know if this is from snow load or not, because I can't see the tree itself, but something pushed the tree over the trail there that we call Porcupine Trail. So be interested to see if that's natural or not. But there's definitely a bunch of trackways going down the trackways there, and I did see a big bull moose come through, and a big about 700-800 black bear, 700-800 pound black bear going through base camp.
Wow!
Stood straight up, rubbed its back on the tree, right beside the trailer. So might have to chase that bear out. But
yeah, no thanks. I don't deal well with bears.
So yeah, other than that, I mean, that's I can give updates on some of the activity. Like I said, most of the activity, since the radium is kind of minus sun right now, is in Pennsylvania, so it seems to be never ending there. I guess one more update. We are doing kind of a breakdown with Robert from Cabin in the Woods. He's going to be
Okay.
releasing a video on Sunday. So he put like I guess a teaser out. I guess you could call it that, like a short on his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he did I kind of saw a preview of it. He did a great job at it.
Nice.
It's true to the events, and he's great at telling the story. And
Good.
yeah, I think it'll be a really good video. So
Oh, good.
if people need to be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, keep an eye out for that on Sunday for Cabin in the Woods. That should be a good one. I know the last one I watched, it was good. Good episodes.
Yeah, he's a talented storyteller, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a good researcher, and he can definitely put the facts to paper and give a good video on it.
We absolutely can. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Patty asked, where is the Survivor Man set up at Canada?
We debated Oregon, but I think we settled with Ontario.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that space shouldn't have any blocking. It should be a little bit better as far as weather in the winter, but yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, Ontario.
Good. That's good. Well, I know JP is in Ontario, but probably I know Ontario's a huge province.
Yeah, I can't remember what the town name is, to be fair.
And that's okay. That's okay. I don't want you to name it anyways. Yeah, that's quite all right. Yeah, Canada, Ontario, Canada is good enough.
Yep.
Yeah, that's yeah. I've traveled quite a bit up in there. I used to cross country ski with a friend all through Ontario, up in Quebec, and beautiful, beautiful country.
Yeah, I like Canada a lot.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you have any other questions? Okay. Yeah, Robert stated yesterday our site in Northwest Pennsylvania, the R&R site, is the most interesting he has covered. So,
Yeah, yeah. You think it's probably the most, I guess interesting is a good word, Todd, right? Interesting, thorough, detailed, yeah, documented. What do you want to call it? It's got it all.
yeah, well, yeah, that site has it all.
Yeah.
Literally, I know. Yeah, we've been covering that since 2018, and it changes constantly, but the Bigfoot activity is constant.
Yeah, it really started ramping up in August, at least for me,
Mhm.
from my view, and I don't think it's really stopped. It just keeps surprising me, to be fair. So,
Yeah.
and I think if people watch Robert's video, Cabin in the Woods, it'll give like a pretty good breakdown of a lot of things, but I
Mhm.
can kind of get into a handful of things that we've been going through there.
Okay.
Maybe some of the future stuff I'm thinking about.
All right.
So just where do you want me to start, Mary?
Well, yeah, you have Radium Springs and any other sites that you're scouting?
I'd really like a site in the States. southern states if I could, but
Yeah.
I tried to make it to the Bigfoot conference in Texas that they have every year, and I paid for a booth and did all that, and I was gonna set up a whole show and tell thing, and I wanted to meet a bunch of people down here, and I literally stayed up working on. I had so much to do, and I stayed up working till like 2 in the morning, and I had to get up till at 5, and I didn't have the energy to even get up. so,
Yeah.
so I missed some opportunity there to try to socialize with some locals here and go through that. But um, I've been actively trying to reach out to a handful of people. There's a few folks that I've, wanted to see if they wanted to do a collaboration because, and this is recently because they're kind of trying to vamp up and do something similar to what I'm trying to do.
Oh,
But it just hasn't came into fruition with a couple other sites I've been trying to work with, but
oh,
that's okay. I'll find some. I'm still there's a form on my app. If anyone really wants to get involved or has a site or has a high frequency site, they can always hit me up and put it on there, or directly contact me in my email, or hit me up on some of the social media stuff. And I think I did talk to some folks out in Washington. Well, they're two doctors, but they go out to Washington State and they have a good location out there. It's in a park, though, a national park. So we kind of, they did some groundwork, like boots on the groundwork for me, trying to figure out if this would be doable. And I think it is. I just don't know if there's like a great, like I'd have to go out there and find a spot. But they seem to have activity pretty frequently when they go out there. But kind of need to get back in touch with them and see what's going on. But
yeah.
other than that, yeah, just I know there's a lot of people that have their sites, and there's a lot of folks that work in this field, and they're researchers and they're great people. I just haven't found the right folks to keep going and add more stuff to yet.
Yeah. I know, Todd just mentioned Forrest from the podcast Creek Devil, and she has a very active area. She and I were just talking last night, and yeah, she has some great activity. She's in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just that she wants to keep her site private. She's
Right.
not interested. I had approached her before about it, and she's not interested, unfortunately.
Yeah, that seems to be the case, right? I hear a lot of habituation sites,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll reach out to some of the researchers and try to give them an intro, and most of them say no thanks, or they don't really want to chat. So it's hard knock life. What can I say? But I'm gonna keep going.
I know, and I had approached my other friend Kumbo also, and I guess he must not be interested.
Yep. Everybody has their right, so
Yeah,
you gotta find the right person, right? The right spot.
absolutely. And the problem is, I think people don't understand no matter how techy the person is, the individual is, you still have to explain the security that your cameras have to them, and how private that you are able to keep their location.
Yep.
And maybe you can go into that now.
Yeah, I can. I can touch on it. So none of the location is really broadcasted, or there's no metadata. There's nothing in the actual data packets or the anything that anyone's actually watching. It's all layered in between on the back end, and it processes and goes through content distribution networks and gets cached everywhere. And
Mhm.
there's a whole lot to it on my back end on the programming section of it, but it's really up to whatever site it is on what they want to show, right, and what they want to do. Because anybody that wants to spend a year trying to figure out where something is, like, there's a will, there's a way, right? Like, oh,
Oh
I
yeah.
see. But it's really unlikely as far as for the most part, especially if it's private property and it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's going to be very hard to do, right?
Hmm.
So really, and if you would tell me where you want it, if you don't want it to move certain directions or you don't want to see certain things, with I totally respect whose ever property it is and go by their rules. Um, so really, from my standpoint, it's highly unlikely. Uh, it's it's really up to if people want to, just collaborate and work with me and get engaged in the project and kind of. I can walk them through like all the back end stuff and technology and how things work and how I try to keep things private. And I'll try not to bore people with it because my tech stack is complicated. But I, I, I start talking tech and then people start losing interest. So, um, so I try to keep it light on that and not get super in the weeds. But yeah, um, it's like I said, it's finding the right people to work with, or the right location, or the right researcher. I've thought about dropping a system over in Bluff Creek, but and then when you put things out in the public, you got to worry about theft too. So
Yeah.
it's a catch-22,
Yeah.
especially like the Bluff Creek area.
Where everybody goes.
Right. I think my stuff is probably heavy enough that no one's going to want to lug it, but
If someone's determined, it can happen. They will find a way. So
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
I would just keep it on private property,
yeah, that's my thought too.
no matter how tempting it is.
I mean, technically, I would see whoever's doing it, but that doesn't mean I can identify them, right?
Yes.
So it is what it is. That's some ideas there. I don't know. I'll just kind of see what space I get into this year and see where things go. See how much more we get out of that R&R site.
Mhm.
And I mean, that site has right now it has 6 feeds and it has a few side cameras that are more just for the property owners, really, so they can use them too, and they're not
Mhm.
for the public because it just shows too much, right? They don't want to be on camera, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about going and I could probably add a couple more. It gets kind of tricky when you're trying to be private, so it's like all about angles, but
Yeah.
um so that's something as far as the cameras go. I could probably add a few more streams there just to cover more bases.
Mhm.
As far as activity goes and like future wise equipment, at least for the R&R site, so they have, and I know you know this, and New York Tide knows this. They have so much like house slaps, right? Like just tons and tons. Robin, our yeah, the one of the people I work with had texted me and said that there was a house slap the other night, right? So
Yeah.
it's I haven't even had time to go and look at some of the data for it. So I've been
Yeah.
itching to go look at that. But when they slapped the house, they seem to do it pretty frequently in certain locations, but they like to mix it up.
Yeah.
And we really don't know like the exact spot that they're doing it. So I'd like to get some sensors, kind of like earthquake sensors in a sense, but
Oh,
basically sensors that put on the house that'll measure, and kind of help us pinpoint kind of where it's at.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think I found some sensors, that I'm thinking about just playing around here in my lab and seeing how they do. And when I go out there next, if those work out, I'll probably ask the property owners if they would be open to putting a few on a couple ends of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I can get it to where it alerts the researchers and the property owners all in one swoop.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think that's something we can do. I know there's, because of all the all the whatever we want to call them, house knocks, slaps. I'm thinking of other ways that we can maybe. Even Dave had mentioned putting some kind of dye or something on the ground so we could see the tracks when it's not snowing, or see more of that. So I'm kind of open to some of those things. I need to do more research because that's not really my space as far as some of those like ultraviolet kind of dyes and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
So I've been thinking through that, and then been really trying to figure out if there's a way I could implement LiDAR
Mm-hmm.
sometime this year at a location to where it is basically just a constant feed on LiDAR that'll paint a picture on the woods or around the house. So even let's go there and just say that they're ultra camouflaged or invisible, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
The LiDAR should bounce back on anything, even if it is
Yeah.
camouflaged, and paint a picture of movement, right? So maybe the cameras aren't sensitive enough to pick up these beings, and LiDAR would be,
Possibly, yeah. Now, Patrick suggests, what about some used military ground sensors like they use at Area 51?
Yeah, I've looked into some of that too. I don't know, because they have a lot of wildlife that goes in and out.
Yeah.
They have some animals.
Yeah, there's
So it might be counterproductive a bit because they just have so much. I capture so much furry critters on on the videos so much that it might, I don't know, it might cause a lot more noise and signal.
Yeah, true.
we-
Yeah, there's deer between the deer and the bear going
Mhm.
through. Yeah.
And there's a few tomcats that run through there.
Yeah.
I'm constantly catching foxes that are going back and forth on the east side and west side. Coyotes. I mean, there was basically a herd of deer across the field the other day. I think I counted like 20,
Oh,
30 deer going through there. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? It's like a deer party.
yeah. Todd says geotags inside Christmas ornaments that he's been putting out in the woods. Some of those ornaments show back up.
Yeah, I mean, geotags are a good idea. I totally agree. I don't know if we put something in there, if they wouldn't take it or not, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, you never know, because they may be able to sense the EMF if they do put out any type of EMF. I would be careful, even though the geotags did work in Oklahoma in Area X. I can't remember the name of the group, the North American Bigfoot,
The Wood Ape Society, is
yeah,
that what it is?
NABRC, something like that. Yeah, they had put a geotag. They hung it about 7 foot up in the air on a fishing line, and that way something, either a bird or only something 7 foot tall or taller would be able to catch it. And it caught on the fur of something that roamed around for about 3 months, that it was able to track it, and until the battery ran out. But
yeah, I know they have a lot of interesting stories at that site.
yeah, they do.
I'd love to get in there, but every time I hear them, or I don't know if it's all of them or representative or some of the folks that are highly involved, they seem to be pretty like to themselves about it, right? So
Yeah.
and I heard that at one point it was pretty hard just to even try to even work with them. Like they kind of put you through the ringer, where you needed to have some high credentials, or kind of bring something to the table that they don't have, or something to that nature. So
That's what I've heard.
yeah, so I try not to bark up that tree too much. I do put out usually when I go on, if I'll go on a different podcast or if something, I'll usually tell people I'm super open if someone wants to reach out to me. But I don't think anyone from that organization has. I've sent a few notes out to the people doing, what is the other project they're doing on the Northwest Peninsula? It always escapes my mind.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember what they call themselves right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'll remember it, but I've sent a few, filled out some forms, tried to get some of those folks to talk to me too. Haven't heard back from anyone. I don't know if that means they get a lot of requests, or the Olympic project. Sorry.
Yes.
I don't know if that means they get a lot of requests or they're just not interested. But trying to see if maybe they would be interested in doing like a cross collaboration and trying to set up something. So if anyone knows it, if any of those folks, again, tell them I'm super open to work with people. If they would like to reach out, that'd be awesome. Or they just want to chat and discuss, things that maybe they know or maybe I know that we can just share notes on, right? Even that's better than nothing. But I haven't heard of, and I tried to follow a lot of the Bigfoot stuff, but I haven't heard of a lot of other big projects going on.
I think that whoever, if there is anything happening anywhere new, that is, they're pretty quiet about it, because I haven't heard anything.
If we could all just work together, it'd be a lot easier, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
areas, but that's about it. It's just talking to individual people, and finding the one person who would agree to put some cameras on his property.
Yeah, and it's funny. There's a couple out of Nordegg in Canada that I believe, I don't know if they co-authored the book or if it was one or the other did more of the writing, but they have a book. I think it's called Nordegg Bigfoot. I could be wrong on the title, but I know they did a book, and they seemed, from what I hear, they travel a whole lot and just set up camp all over Canada and go down like tons and tons of roads and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
all the logging roads. And I was
Yeah.
thinking about reaching out to them and maybe doing like a travel kind of setup with them, right?
Yeah.
To where we could have kind of a live feed where they go,
Wow,
kind of a thing.
there's Dave Wargo.
Hey Dave, how's it going? But that's kind of one of those weird, I don't know, God winks, whatever you want to call it, because I saw them post on a group, and I reached out to one of them and chatted with them like a year ago for, I don't know, a day or two, just talking. And the guy, Todd Standing out in Radium, he actually ran into them around Nordegg, and then while he was at his base camp in Radium, they actually drove up on Todd. Like in this remote area, they apparently just drive up, like I said, like every single road there is in Canada, it seems. And they actually found Todd.
Wow.
So it's a little weird because he was like, "Yeah, I met this person." I was like, "Oh, that's so weird. I was talking to them on Facebook like a year ago." So I don't know. Maybe that'll pan through too. I need to chat with them, but
You never know. Well,
they're kind of,
plus Survivor Man, Les Stroud, he has traveled so much, between his contacts also, he may be able to find, be able to suggest other areas up there also.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm trying to go out of my comfort zone. I'm kind of a to myself kind of guy and collaborate and do all that because it's part
Yeah.
of it. But it's if you work hard at something and you keep going, and you won't fail, right? It'll
Eventually.
it's about the journey.
That's right.
So that's what I'm doing. It's about the journey. I wanted it to be a sprint, but it's definitely a marathon.
Yeah. It's never as easy as what you think it's going to be.
True.
But yeah, my only advice is just be careful about oversaturating an area.
Yeah.
Because that'll do the complete opposite of what you want.
Right.
And it wasn't, from what I recall, weren't you having some glitches, a lot of electronic glitches and problems, and with some of the cameras. And I mentioned that Bigfoot will put out infrasound, which will interfere with electronics and mess them up, quite frankly.
Yeah. I had a few things happen. I had a microcomputer that went out at one point just for no reason. And I had to basically build another one and get it drop shipped with some other stuff, which cost a pretty penny. But there was no reason for it to die. But the other thing is, so we had a camera out close to the owner's kind of tree stand area where they seem to have a lot of activity. And
Yeah.
I really don't know because I did the basic fundamental checks of everything, and I couldn't get that system to spin up. And I would go out there and put a different camera and connect it to the power over Ethernet connection, and it would be fine. And I go back to the garage and put the camera that wouldn't come up, and I'd plug it into another source, and it would just come up fine. But every single time I'd stick it out in the woods, it would not work. So what I did was I basically just left it out there, and I said, okay, well, I guess I'll just leave it there. And when New York Todd went out there and he was doing a bunch of stuff, it just turned on like on its own. And it worked. It worked for about maybe a month or two, and then we had some kind of electrical problem. I don't know what. It doesn't really make sense. It just started throwing up on us, and that camera went down. And every time I would try to get that camera to come up, my other equipment would shut down. So if I could, the only way for me to get that camera, my actual other equipment closer to the homestead to work was to take that camera offline. So I worked with the property owner. I was like, all right, just go unplug it. Seems to be it doesn't want us there. I don't know.
Nope.
So
they want their privacy in their certain areas.
Yeah, so I left it. It's still there. At some point I'll go grab it, and I'm sure I'll take it home. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
So
that hunting stand is it's special to them. That area is special to them. They've marked it, and they've tied little saplings around the railings and tied saplings to each other, and to block you from going up in there and moving around it. And so it's there's something special about that area. They don't want us in there.
Yeah, it seems like it. I've seen the saplings. They're tied together, and I think the last time I was there, and it's been a few months, we did put some apples close on a tree there on some branches, and I don't know when they took the apples, but they did end up taking the apples from there and then kind of across the road. Okay. I'm pretty sure they took the ones across the road at some point. It just wasn't when we were actually there. But yeah, I think Dave mentioned that he went out there with, I'm assuming, a regular compass, and it was spinning in circles around there.
Yeah, I remember him mentioning it. Yeah.
I didn't try a regular compass. I was trying like the compass that's kind of embedded into the phone, right? Yeah. And I was trying to see if it would do it, but I didn't see my phone doing it. But it's not the same thing one for one. I don't think so. I'll have to try the compass thing that Dave said. But yeah, it seems to be. And I know when Todd was out last, he was kind of walking that line back and forth, and he kept seeing lights or orbs. I think he sent a video to me of some lights that he was seeing. So yeah, definitely woods are interesting. Well, I mean, the whole property is interesting.
Yes.
It doesn't disappoint.
No.
Not
at all.
So I'll just kind of go into a few things.
Sure.
There was an instance where we captured this weird shadow come off the actual side garage camera once. It looked like it just came up from underneath, and it was more of a shadowy figure that I couldn't figure out what it was. We had the IR off. So sometimes when you turn the IR off on these cameras, it gives it, if something's moving quickly, it gives it kind of a ghosting effect, like a blur in the night if there's not a lot of moonlight. But this seemed like it was pretty close to the lens. So I've seen like raccoons and stuff kind of come around that camera at night, and they don't tend to go kind of dark or ghosty until they're kind of farther away. So I couldn't tell you what that was at all. It was kind of weird to me, at least. I sent it to a few people. They couldn't determine what it was either. I've seen mist just come up, like almost like a ghost mist come up close to the home and just stay in one spot.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
And then on my thermal, since they like to kind of bug one of the homeowners by there where they sleep, sometimes I'll point it down to see if I'm catching any activity at night, kind of at that window area in between the house. So I'm really hoping to catch some thermal there at some point, because that's where we kind of caught some thermal imagery before. That's behind this. I think I'm bad with bush names. I think it's a rhodandra. Is that right?
Rhododendrons.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right there, kind of behind that bush. We had a pretty interesting thermal event that I can talk through, but we like to point it. I like to point it down at that window because it's just enough to where you can see, especially right now. If it's snowing, like the tracks kind of glow in the thermal in a sense when something makes tracks, so you can kind of see it.
Right.
So I've been pointing it down at there, and then it kind of sees the front end of the porch a little bit. So it's not like just blaring at the front of the house. Try to give them a little bit of space to move around, because we don't want to totally stop any activity. But it's pretty much covered. Like if it was a human walking through there, they would never not be on camera, right? It's like I said, they're very sneaky or have some kind of ability that we just don't know of. Like, I hate to say it, but they do. Like there's something there. But and Todd and I have talked about this a lot, but he seems to think that they're kind of hitting below the house right there where the front porch is.
Yeah.
And they very may well could be. And like he says, they're not leaving sebum or handprints or dents or anything. But if we can get the right angle, could be able to catch them right there. Last night, I think I had it pointed towards where I could see a lot of the back window of the house in between. So I still need to go through that because, like I said, there was a big slap at night that someone had reported, and I haven't even looked at the events yet. I've been bombarded with some other work on my plate. So
No.
yeah. So I mean, there's a bunch of like when the snow melts or it's coming in or it's getting hot or it's getting cold. Like Dave likes to say on some of these group messages, that's when they seem to like to come in and play.
Yep.
And the other day, this was yesterday actually. They had sent some. I guess they'd have to be fresh tracks because it's the snow's been kind of in and out, and I know it rained this weekend.
Yeah.
And but the snow's been in and out, and they got some pretty good tracks right there on their front porch, closer to the window there. And I mean, they're clear. You can see toe prints. You can see everything. I mean, they're honestly really good tracks in the snow.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's two sets or two individuals, whatever we're going to call them, a bigger one and more of a juvenile. Then I got them to measure. I think it was somewhere between 13 and 15 inches, and the other one was 9-10 inches on the smaller foot.
Yeah.
Which is, again, I mean, most people don't walk outside their house and see random feet prints in the snow right beside their house, right?
Bare feet, no.
Yeah, bare feet in the snow. I mean, it doesn't compute to
Not
most
even
folks.
the Amish.
And even to get on that porch, you'd have to jump the gate or jump the railing to get up there. So
yeah,
you think that would make some sort of a bump or something.
You would think.
So it's, and I had had the system for a couple of days because I keep trying different things. I keep trying to look at different angles. I keep trying to mix things up. So I was just kind of looking more towards they have an RV there. So sometimes I like to point it right at the RV because they've had prints on the RV, and then
Yeah.
with the thermal, I can actually see a reflection off the windows, right? So even if they're like in front or in back a little bit, like I see a bunch of thermal heat reflection off the windows, right? So I'm trying to think outside the box a bit and trying to see if I could catch something as a reflection. So we've kind of talked about that, putting.
Well, if there's no one staying inside the RV, then I don't think they'd be really that interested in it. They'd be able to, they can pretty much tell, they know where you're at even inside the house. Because I've experienced it myself where, they would pound the wall right behind where I was sitting, you know, even though I wasn't talking or anything, they know where you're at.
Yeah, I believe it. But yeah, I don't know. Like I was just hoping to see if maybe they'd come put some prints on the windows because it seems to be. I don't know. Sometimes it's a little bit random, so I don't know. I like to. There's a term in engineering that I use called chaos, and it kind of fits with this. It's called chaos monkey, right? So I'm trying to introduce some of the chaos monkey randomness into this site to where where I can just be less focused on a certain area and just kind of swing things around at random.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only problem with that is people may not appreciate it, right? If they're watching it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if they're hyper focused on something and they actually seeing something, or they see a heat signature and this thing just swings around and goes somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
So that there's like a catch-22 to everything that you're doing, because you could be looking one way and seeing something and then swing it and go a different direction. So I'm trying to think through the best way to do that. But
Chaos monkey.
so it's yeah, it's there's tons of ideas there. And there is the capability and functionality with these 360 cameras to do that. So it's doable. I'm just trying to see what we get with what we got so far, and if that works better, then we'll keep it that way. If not, then I'll think of something else.
Todd says it's a great name for a band.
Yeah, it is. I like the name.
Yep. There we go.
So, but yeah, I think I got off track a little bit. I was trying to say outside the window one night. I did see on the thermal even, it looked like a dark heat shadow come through, and it looked more form-like, and it came through and went past the window and kind of over. So I don't know how to explain that, because it's definitely like a heat change, right? It's something on thermal is darker. It's a change in temperature. So, and I don't generally see it that way, right? Usually if you look at the time lapse on the thermal, like you can see the heat change, and it's kind of less dramatic and more like gradual with the moon and everything else. And you can definitely like time lapse it and see when things kind of change during the day and at night and the evening. And even when someone's got like a loud light on, right, you can kind of see it in the thermal. So I there's just little things that it's hard to explain. The bedroom window, again, I don't know what to make of this. It opened twice on its own, right, and just goes up. I would say 8 inches, at least 8-10 inches. And and I know sometimes they keep it cracked just for airflow, probably just for not getting stuffy in the house. Like they'll crack it very tiny crack, in the winter.
Yeah.
But like you can see it in the video, there's a few videos, and I need to post a lot of videos. I've been horrible about posting some of the stuff that I've been finding, because there's so much of it, and I'm focusing on finding it more than posting it. So I could definitely get better at posting some of the content out there on some of these platforms. I do have a place in the app to like post like user reported sightings. So I try to keep that as I've been trying to keep it as user reported sightings. I'll probably start using it more and just start throwing everything I got into it. There's some automation stuff I could do to where it'll just post everything. When I drop it in a location, it just goes everywhere. I was thinking about just making that on my own, but I know there's some companies that are doing it already, so I might just bite the bullet and just pay monthly and and use other people's software. But yeah, I need to put some more stuff out there. But usually when I find something pretty cool, I try to make a little tiny 30, 60-second clip of it and throw it out there into the world. But yeah, there's so much content. I'm so scrutinous of things, and a lot of the times I don't want people to think I'm posting just for content, right? Like, oh, I just don't have anything to talk about. So,
well, if it saves you time and you're putting out content,
right,
do it.
So I've gotten some of that feedback, so I'm trying to work on that. But definitely, I want people to get on and go through and scrub and do all those things, because I'm probably spending, and I have an algorithm, right? So I'm trying to post that algorithm out so everyone can use the same one that I'm using, but inside the app. But I'm using my algorithm, and I'm probably spending at least an hour and a half going through video a day, video and audio, and that's without event handling and things like that. So it is a challenge.
To join, to subscribe to the app itself. And just a reminder, guys, get on in your app store and look up Bigfoot live stream project and subscribe. They need the help, all the help they can get watching these videos and reporting things. So get in there, check it out.
Yeah, I would appreciate the more people, the more eyes, easier to find stuff, to be honest. Doesn't matter how good I make something that says there was a sound or a movement. If nobody's looking at it, it's not going to do any good, right?
Right.
And I only have like so much time of the day, right? So that's kind of why I want everybody to work together here. That's my thought, at least. That's the dream.
More eyes, the better.
But yeah, it's things like that. The window, I don't know. Paranormal, I don't know what that is, right? I plead the fifth because I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. I know that she has paranormal activity, ghost activity there also. She's had for years inside the house. And okay, Dave here, he says window could be little people activity, especially when there's no tracks in the snow. Possible, Dave. Yeah. Very possible.
I've heard a handful of stories of the little people too. So I mean, I don't put anything as that's not that's not it. Like, I'm pretty open-minded to ideas and opinions for this stuff.
Anymore, you have to be.
Todd and I were talking about this, and you probably have too. I think everyone starts in that same camp of, this is, just someone that's very intelligent and it's good at hiding, and it's quick and agile and
Yep.
knows the tales of the land and everything else. And the more you go into it, the more you're like, this is impossible. So it's the enigma of Bigfoot, right? So I don't.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you go through these phases in your research journey.
So, yeah, I'd love for it to be easier, right? But
Yeah.
it's not fun if it's not a challenge, right? So.
Oh, absolutely. And heck, that's what I'm in for. I'm in the learning more, but I keep saying, doggone it, I'm having so much fun no matter what. That's what keeps me here.
Yeah. So I'm with you on that. I really enjoy it. Like, I'm probably a little much, right? But I think it's the passionate people that are going to hopefully get this going and more public, and I'd love to say discovered, but we'll just see what happens. It's if I was going to put money on it, I'd say we could definitely do this in my lifetime. I think we have the technology and the know-how and the people to say that, at least say this is real. I don't really care too much about bothering them in their natural world. Like, I'm okay with leaving them alone, right? But I'd still love to learn from the people themselves, or be able to interact more, or learn how they're so good at what they do. But definitely not into, like banding out and making certain, kind of what we've done to the Native Americans, kind of, right? Like,
Right.
I'm not really for any of that, but it's, I think it's important to humanity to know that we are arrogant and that we don't know everything, right?
That's for sure. No.
Like, I talk to so many people and they're just so absolute in their stance on everything, and I'm just like, I don't even know how gravity really works. Like, we say we do, but do we? We can't harness it yet. So there's just there's just so much to know, so much to learn that we don't know, and we really live on a very small footprint of the world, in my opinion. Like, we're in clustered areas, but we're in very small footprint, to be fair. There's so much out there. So who's to say that there's not even more out there we don't know about? I know there's a lot of other things besides Bigfoot that people report on. So it's I think this is a fun mystery to dive into and try to collaborate on and work with people on. So that's what it excites me, right? I love doing this stuff. When I find some new footage, or something happens, or somebody does a really good video on the topic, like, it just energizes me to work harder. And it makes me not want to do my day job, but I'll maybe one day.
What's part of it is a great part is all the people that we meet, all the friends, that all the new friends with mutual interests, that we get to meet and talk with and collaborate with, hopefully, and compare notes. That's part of the fun right there. And a lot of times, yeah, you don't agree on everything, but even so, you have something to learn from one another.
Yep, totally. There's a ton. I've learned a ton from other people, like just
Yeah.
listening to people's stories, even ideas of doing things and approaches. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. I haven't thought of that. I'm gonna give that a shot. So it's limitless possibilities here, but it's a labor of love for sure.
Oh my, yeah.
But yeah, as far as other activity, I want to say there's 11. I want to say it's 11. I could be wrong. Could be 10. Different kind of up close vocalizations that they've done,
Yeah.
fairly close to some of the cameras, which again is another like thorn in the side of frustration of the camera thing. But like it's like almost like they're almost like taunting, in my opinion, right?
Yes.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just playful and they're just, but it's it could I take it as a little bit of taunt towards me, because I'm like, all right, I got to figure out a way to if I hear that type of frequency, to make the camera spin right towards them. Right. And I
Yep.
figure out where the sound, triangulate the sound and pinpoint it. So that's the stuff that I think about at night when I'm going to sleep. Like, how do I triangulate this and then make something auto pan, right? And just trying to be more precise in my methodologies, right?
Oh, that'll drive you crazy.
Yeah,
You
but
be pinpointing stuff so much that, and then all of a sudden they'll switch to something else, and
yeah, that seems to be the case.
yeah.
If I'm looking at kind of a certain corner, they'll go to the other corner, or if I freed up an area, they'll go over there. So it's definitely, there.
I know the one time I was so frustrated because we were having a lot of activity at this one view of the camera, and then all of a sudden the camera moved, and I'm saying, "What the heck? No, no, don't move it." But
Oh,
and who knows if it was them that moved it, which is possible, or the camera automatically panned to something else. Who knows? But
yeah. It's I think we can get a lot better at, like I said, the technology and with all the equipment we have out there and all of the, whatever you want to call it, electromagnetic, energy, the EMF, the energy from the electricity,
yeah,
the heat from the cameras themselves. If you look at the cameras through another thermal, you can see the heat from it, right?
yeah,
With all that being said, and I mean, they're still coming around.
yeah,
So it's not like I've deterred them from coming.
no,
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been involved in this property as long as you and Todd and Dave. So I don't know frequency wise if it's truly impacted frequency, or if we just didn't know they were coming more before, because there's no way of knowing some of those things. But from my standpoint, like another thing I was trying to do is, with all the data points I have, is map out like a frequency pattern and like a futuristic kind of pinpoint of when we can, a prediction model of when they'd have activity, right? So I kind of put some relationship towards, the season, the moon, the weather, the time of day, couple other things in there in the mix, and tried to build a model around it. And for the most part, I think they have been following that model. It seems to be at least twice a month. Most of the time, twice a month, they'll have vocalizations and activity. Now, the house slaps is way more frequent. So I didn't know on the house slaps. To me, at first, it was up in the air of whether we had a mix of paranormal Bigfoot or paranormal Bigfoot, whatever you want to call it, like intermixed. Like, I don't know, maybe they're drawn to this property because of the energy of the property itself.
Sometimes I'm thinking that's what it is. You know, there's all kinds of other activity going on there that they're drawn to it. Possibly high EMF from the ghost paranormal activity. I don't know. I'm not into. I'm only going by what I remember from watching the TV shows on ghost hunting, and them checking EMF levels.
Yeah.
And it's possible that they're drawn to higher EMF.
Yeah. I don't know. I that would be a something that maybe we could measure there to see if they have some anomalous, like, you know, I know Dave talked about the compass and everything else, but something that we can measure. Like, I don't know what, because I'm like you, I'm not a ghost hunter. I know enough to be dangerous in that field, but I know Todd has some experience there. So I've been, I need to put a bug in Todd's ear a little bit. Maybe he can pull out a little bit more of his old school ghost hunting stuff, or maybe throw some ideas there. I know he probably, he might have hung some of that up in the garage somewhere. Probably doesn't want to go back to it, but you know, it could be a measure that we could do even to see in other locations if they're the same, you know?
Right. Okay. He says that he can. And it's, you know, you can use it with a focus on Bigfoot rather than on the ghost. All you're doing is checking on higher EMF levels, not specifically ghosts. You know, just the EMF levels.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any other kind of measurements you can do as far as like scientific measurements in that sense of, because like I said, I don't know. I'm not an expert in that space whatsoever. So I'd need some guidance from some people that have done those types of things. But yeah, that's definitely an idea that maybe we should go there and then go somewhere else where they have high activity and see if they have the same measurements. So another data point.
Exactly. That's what it is. It's a data point. And I know other people, I guess a year ago, the latest thing in Bigfoot hunting was using a Geiger counter. I haven't a clue how much success that people have had with that. I really haven't heard anything further, just that people were using them.
I haven't heard of anyone using it. Maybe I started too late. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I guess where I was trying to get at is if it is, let's say a mix of spiritual and Bigfoot, like why do they stop pounding the house when it snows, right?
Yeah.
I mean, why would something that's paranormal that has maybe some sort of energy to it care if it's cold outside or snow on the ground?
Yeah.
So And then we've heard slaps, and right after the slaps is a vocalization. Seemingly, it sounds like it's coming from the same direction, same area.
Mhm.
So that kind of points more towards it being Bigfoot. Um, I can't say 100% because I haven't caught him on camera doing it. Just audio, but um, we can only work with what we have. But if we follow the data, those 2 points kind of lead us towards less paranormal and more Bigfoot. But
Mhm.
what if Bigfoot has the ability to hit the house without going towards the house? I don't know.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know we were talking about, watching the movie Hunt for Red October. At the one point in the movie, the captain says, "Give me one ping," and so they do the sonar, and it hits on the other submarine, and it's an audible clang.
Hmm. Yeah,
The,
maybe. I mean, it's possible. I mean, like I said, we don't know everything.
yeah,
And
I know I've checked the siding on my house a number of times. I see no damage. It's hard of a slap that shakes the house, and there's no damage to the siding. What the heck are they hitting it with?
yeah, I mean, the first go to is it's a rock, but there'd be a rock there, and it would
Yeah,
sound probably different.
yeah, and there would be a scrape or something,
Mhm.
on the siding itself. Yeah, Todd, one ping only. Captain Ramis.
So yeah, it's one of
Chaos
those.
monkeys.
Yeah, it's chaos monkeys. It's one of those. I mean, the slaps. That's the most frequent thing they have, at least as far as I've seen. Right.
Yeah.
Um. So that is something we need to chase down. So that's what I'm trying to see if we can more focus on. But
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I know the other night. Again, I have a whole folder of events that I've captured and weird things and anomalies and heat signatures and sounds that I it takes me a while just to collect it
Yeah.
and save it and document it. And by
Mm-hmm.
the time I do that, like I'm like, man, I don't I'm tired. Um,
Yeah.
but so I have this probably folder. It's like 500 or 600 different things in it right now, and um, it's there's there's just so much data that it's really hard for, like I said, one person to go through it. And there's you know these weird sounds that I pick up that I can't quite point. There's um It sounds like I get some. I've just picked up some, almost like it sounds like they were almost like I think when I texted about it, it was like a cry whoop almost. And I think I sent you some of the sounds
Mm-hmm.
of the whistles that I picked up.
Yeah.
So and I don't to people that are into the subject, I think it's there. To people that aren't, some of those things are like, I don't care, right? So it's kind of like, what do I spend my energy focusing on, every single thing, or the big impact things, right? So try to share the team and whoever else wants to see some of those things. But yeah, I'm trying to get better at posting all those things. But
Yeah.
that being said, I zoomed into the field across the other night, and it looks to me, it looks like two orbs going through trees, right?
Yeah.
Um, I don't. I couldn't find a natural explanation for it. I don't see that on the video really ever.
Yeah.
And I have tons and tons of IR and bug interaction and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting to be an expert in bugs and,
Yeah.
fast things moving, things that may leave like a trail behind them on the actual bit rate at night on the IR because just because of the video settings, some things can be deceptive. So those things are intriguing. So I probably will post some of those things out there. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm open to people if they really want me to try to post everything. I can try.
Well,
I don't want people to think that nothing's happening, but at the same time, I want people to not depend on me and to get in there and help me. Right. So it's like
right.
it's
But it
it's
maintains interest and
right.
gets interest into the app itself
Yeah.
to see
So
things firsthand.
yeah, I'll get better with it. It's
In your spare time, huh?
yeah, in the short blips that I get, I will get better with it. I'll get more dynamic on being quicker with it. The other and Todd and I had talked about this. Is I want if I can pick up a little bit of traction, and I talked to a handful of people about this, and this has more or less to do with the property owners and not the activity.
Mhm.
I'd love to help them out and set up like a Kickstarter and get them like a GoFundMe or something to where we could just pay their mortgage off for them, right? And I
Um,
know I think I just want to help them out because they're such good people and
they are.
they let us on their property. And I know they have a lot of medical expense and,
Yeah.
inability to do things, certain things. So to me, like I kind of just want to pay it forward and try to do something because I don't really know what they owe on the property or anything, but anything I can do to like help them out and keep the research going there.
Yes, it's a fantastic idea. Yeah.
So I will. I'm thinking about trying to do that, and the best approach and the
Yeah.
best people to help me like publicize it because I mean I have a footprint out there in the space, but there's a lot of other people that have a lot more
Hmm.
footprint than I do. I kind of want it to gain a little traction so I can work with some people to help, do that. And I think if I get enough people on board and interested, even in just in this site and location to keep it going, and make sure the property owners are, they don't, that they were just set and and happy, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they don't have to worry about expenses. I mean that I'd love to do that for them. So I'm gonna try to do something like that. I just got to figure out the best way to do it.
That'd be sweet, and I agree that'd be great. Yeah, because I know that they both have medical problems, and they're so enthusiastic about this, and but their health is going down, and it's so hard to see, to
Yeah,
watch and
yeah. I hate that they have to go through some of their woes. Like
yeah,
they're just great people, right?
they are.
They got hearts of gold.
They truly do. They let us stay in their home and sleep there as we research. And it's just they're so generous. I
Hmm.
love them both dearly.
Yeah. So I mean, even if it doesn't like pay their mortgage off fully, or I don't know, maybe we can. Everybody has some kind of medical debt or problem, right?
Yeah,
This world's complicated, so anything we can do to help them. That's what I was thinking.
yeah. Yeah, Dave says that they have 3 more years of mortgage payments.
Well, maybe we can kick it to 0.
Oh, I pray so.
Yeah,
Your
so
grandma, grandpa,
maybe
but
maybe I can work with you on that, Mary, and you can help spread. I know you have a big network on Facebook.
yeah.
I'm not sure on all the other networks you're engaged in, but I'm trying to see if we can get people that are really into the subject to, keep it going here.
Oh, okay. Todd says they have a reverse mortgage.
Well, either way,
We'll
it's
have to discuss
it's
things.
yeah, it's something I was thinking about over Christmas. So, um, I like the idea. I haven't started anything for me personally as far as like Bigfoot oriented, right?
Mhm.
I think someone started a GoFundMe for when my kid got cancer for us for a couple of months. That it helped out paying some bills when we couldn't work and doing that
Mhm.
thing. But
Yeah.
um, uh, I prefer do a GoFundMe or something that goes straight to them and not
Yeah.
to this project.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree. I agree.
so that's my thought. So I'll keep it at that for now, and I'll try to think through it and get back to you and see if we can.
Okay.
Maybe you can, if I get it going, you can post on it and try to spread it around.
Okay. Yeah, I guess both Todd and Dave can, well, we'll chat offline
Yeah.
about it between all of us and see what we can do.
But yeah, that's um, we've. And I can't remember if I came on last if we talked about some of the thermal stuff, but some of that's I do have the intriguing thermal on some of my. I know I put it on Instagram. I think I put it on Facebook. I bit the bullet and made a TikTok because I haven't put a link to it on my app yet, but I did make one, even though I hate having all these social media platforms. They're just so time consuming. I like to just get outside and not.
Yep.
I'm on my computer so much. At the end of the day, I don't want to stare at that. Right. So
Yep.
it stinks that that's part of the business world now, but it is what it is.
It is, unfortunately. Yeah.
But yeah, the thermal's there, but I mean, we seem to be capturing something new and exciting from my standpoint. I don't know. It
Mhm.
seems to be at least once a week. There's something happening.
Yeah.
So, it's the site, the R&R site does not disappoint in my opinion. Super appreciative to Todd and Dave and you and JP and property owners. Like, I think this site is it's like a gold vein on the earth, right?
Oh,
It's one of
really
those gold
is.
veins that you just find.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping people come to appreciate it as much as I did coming into this, because when I came into it, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, well, these sound like great stories, but we'll see, right?
Well, and you found out.
Yeah. So yeah, since April of 2025, since we started in the April, it's definitely been an eye-opening experience for me. So if
Yeah.
anything, I've learned a lot about way more about the subject and the matter. Just diving into this site itself.
Yeah.
I have learned a ton out in British Columbia, but this site kind of tops the cake for me. It's it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I know, amazing, and here it is. All the other active areas, that I've traveled to through the years, and And here it is, right here at home, just an hour and a half, 2 hours away.
Yeah. The Bill, the guy I work with a lot, he would go out to Radium with me, and he's like, why do I need to go to Radium? There's just more happening in Pennsylvania than Radium.
Yeah.
Travel 1,000 miles. I got it in my backyard.
Yep.
So it's kind of funny.
It's just different activity. It's, whenever I love going to Land Between the Lakes. The activity is different. Sometimes it's just as mischievous and inquiring, but then down there you have a little bit more hint of danger because of the dog man. That they're there. So
yeah, I've heard a few of those stories. I don't know a lot of people down there. There's a few podcasts that I know. One of the podcasters that hosts this Bigfoot podcast, I think he has a group or had a group called Manimal or something like that. I don't know if you know them.
Yeah.
But I think they always post that they have an event at Land Between the Lakes every year, or they try to. So I didn't know if you were going to that one or a different one, or.
Yeah, the one I go to is different. I've heard of them, but haven't. Boy, I haven't heard of them in years.
Yeah, I think they're still around. I finding less time to listen to podcasts here lately, so
yeah, same here.
I get when I get, but yeah, it's there's definitely a lot of areas. Like I said, I'd love to have one down Texas, Oklahoma area.
Yes.
There's a site in New Mexico. I'm really trying to been beating that guy up about. Not really biting, but I'd love to have a site in New Mexico too, and then somewhere in the Northwest. Just kind of spread out, good areas, good hot zones.
Yeah, spread it out a little bit more. Down south and out west a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, that's from my standpoint. That's kind of what I've been working on. I mean, there's a lot more on the back end of just from me trying to figure things out and optimize things and do things with the actual framework architecture and builds and things like that. So that's all fun to talk about in like a text setting, but I'll leave that out for now.
Well, when do you get set up with Les Stroud in Ontario?
He told me April 22nd through the first week of May. We haven't pinned down the exact dates, but somewhere in there. So if I go out there, I think it's going to be more of a kind of mini Bigfoot expedition, a handful of people.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I'm going to be setting up all that equipment and hoping to keep it there for a while. And some of that, and I really don't know, so I don't want to put any kind of notion that any of this is correct, but
yeah,
maybe some of it will be in his documentary. I really don't know. But I think some of that content would be interesting if he did put it in it. I know he mentioned that maybe he would put something like that in it, but I'll try to stay out of that. But it could be,
That'd be cool.
And I think I got him hooked up with Robert from Cabin in the Woods. I got them chatting as well. So I think Robert might actually come out there. I don't know if it's when I'm there or not, but I know he's going to try to work with Les as well and do some stuff with him. And I think he put that on his Patreon today, like in his Patreon subscribership. That exciting news, he's gonna do that. So hopefully, I think those two working together is gonna be good for Bigfoot. To be honest, they're both excellent.
Yeah, they are. Wow.
So hopefully that. I don't want to say I brought them together, but I feel like I did, and I'll try to take full credit. I'll take all the credit and none of the blame. How's that?
There you go. Yeah, Todd says we appreciate you, Logan.
Thanks, Todd.
Yes, thank you, Todd. Oh my. Well, tell you what, let's leave it here for now, and then we'll pick it up again in a few months, and see what's what, with new activity, new areas perhaps, and and hopefully more people on the app, getting in there with eyes on, watching the videos, so come on, people. Check out the app, Bigfoot Live Stream Project, and subscribe, get in there, because more eyes, the better, watching these videos.
Yep. Awesome. I appreciate it. And like I said, I'm just going to make it better, more streamlined. So it's coming.
Good. All right. Well, thank you so much, Logan, for joining us. And I'm glad we had a pretty good crowd here watching. I don't know how many, but good crowd.
Awesome. It was good. It's always good chatting. Good to talk to you.
Great talking with you also. And we'll catch up.
Yep.
All right. You take care.
Thanks. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
All right, guys. Here it's 9:30, and I think that I'm watching this on the single screen. I guess it's the app screen where it's vertical, and wow, that's like extreme close up. But thank you so much, guys. I want to thank you for joining us. And next Wednesday, if you recall, I referred to our friend up in Canada, JP, with the Seeking Ontario's Bigfoot. He will be joining us next Wednesday. I think he said he can only join us for an hour, so which will be nice. We'll be able to see and talk with him, about his research both up there in Canada as well as here in Pennsylvania at our research area. And we'll get his perspective, his point of view. It's always great to hear from everyone. And we'll get Todd on again sometime, and we'll just continue on. All right, so tell you what, guys, I'm tired. For me, it's late, and I just want to thank everyone for joining. And again, please check out the YouTube channel for Bigfoot Live Stream Project, as well as check out the app on your phone. get in there in your app store and look up Bigfoot live stream project and subscribe to it, because like I said before, the more eyes watching those videos, and it's a live stream, it's all live. If you see something, you can report it right away. He's got a link there to report. Yeah, Les Stroud and his Todd Standing series. I know that was fascinating. No matter how you feel about Todd Standing, the Les Stroud's series on Bigfoot brought a lot of people into this. It really did. I remember watching those, and they were fascinating. It was great watching his perspective, as a outdoorsman, and getting his perspective on it. So great, thank you, Todd. And we'll get you on again sometime. We'll schedule something. So guys, again, thank you. You have a wonderful evening. Hi, Michelle. Looks like you came in here just as we're closing down. Sorry. But you can rewind and watch it from the beginning. But thank you so much, guys. And we'll see you next week. And God bless. Monkey Wench out.